Now, if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I love the NBA draft. Full stop. I used to do hundreds of mock drafts every year when I was a kid. I loved the possibility and intrigue it gives all the teams. I've had players I've loved who turned out to be great, like Joakim Noah and Kemba Walker, and players I loved who, well, they would have gotten me fired as a general manager, but I'll save those for a future video. This draft has the potential to be one of the best in the last 10 years. It has a bona fide superstar that everyone agrees is the best player in Cooper Flagg, but he is not the only thing to get excited about. There are a good amount of intriguing prospects who, given the chance in the right situation, could be playing key roles in the conference finals in a couple years. And after the recent draft combine, seeing the testing results and the measurables, some players looked even better than they did during the season. So let's get into my 3 favorite players outside of Cooper Flagg in this year's draft and where I hope they will be drafted. The first one is Con Kneppel. I made a video earlier about players to watch in the NCAA tournament and he was number 1, so there is no surprise to see him here. There are only a few players who can shoot like this kid. Spot up, on the move, or off the dribble. He can shoot, and with more space in the league, that should only improve. When Flagg went down in the ACC tournament, he showed much more on-ball skills than we had seen before. Running pick and rolls with big man Kamen Malach, finishing both for himself and lobs was very exciting for a secondary playmaker ability at the next level. Another part of his game that has scouts excited was his toughness. He's not very long and he's not going to out-athletic most guys in the NBA, but he works his ass off and he competes. Grabbing big rebounds, playing good physical defense, and finishing off 2 feet strong at the rim is showing he's more than just a spot-up shooter. Do I think he will ever be a Batman or a Robin? Probably not. But this is the type of guy who will help you win games. The draft combine showed that he has the size and athleticism to hold his own in the NBA. He proved during his freshman year, but the combine helped solidify what scouts already saw. I would love to see him on the 76ers, truthfully. If Philly can trade back, get another player, and add Con, it would be a home run. Imagine the opportunities he would have playing alongside players who demand so much attention in Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. The second one is Yegor Demin.
The Russian asset has been activated in Chicago at the NBA Draft Combine. BYU's Yegor Demin continues to rise. His stock is up after his combine performances in Chicago. Yesterday, multiple reports, in fact, from the Windy City that Yegor is maybe getting as high as number 6 or 7? What?
Now, one thing you can't teach is size, and for what he can do, Demin is huge. 6 foot 8 1/4 inches tall with a 6 foot 10 1/4 inch wingspan on a pass front point guard is just crazy. Seeing those measurements along with his on-the-court skills at the Combine really helped push him higher on most draft boards. I truly believe some players are just better suited for the NBA game with the more space and freedom of movement compared to the college game. His passing, control of the game, and instincts are stuff kids his age and size just don't have. As he keeps improving his body and his shooting, his game will get better and better. This past season for BYU didn't go as expected, especially since he was a top 5 talent going into the year, but that may be a blessing in disguise. Now, if he goes to a older, better team that will allow him to grow instead of putting everything on him from the start, he may get the chance to reach his full potential. I see him the way that I saw Josh Giddey when he was drafted by OKC. He played his part, improved, and now is ready for a big contract. Depending on what the Jazz do with their first pick, I would love to see him go there. Giving him the ability to run the second unit with a mix of young guys and vets without the pressure of winning right now would only help him grow into the best player he could be.
Nice.
Third on this list is Walter Clayton Jr.
Walton Clayton Jr., 34 points. How do you do it?
Man, I just got a bunch of guys around me that trust me, and I say it all the time, man. Them guys trust me to take those shots. You know, some nights they fall, and tonight was one of those nights.
Now, how many times do we have to have this happen before we figure it out? We knew he was on the small side. The Combine didn't help that at all, but still, there is no chance this guy doesn't play in the NBA for the next 8 to 10 years. He can control the game with his ball handling and poise, and he has literally every shot type in his arsenal. His biggest limitation is his size, and what teams will do to him when he's on defense, but again, we've seen this play out before. Undersized guards who are special at what they do, only being seen for what they can't do. Now for me, I've always tended to lean on what people are great at and not what holds them back, hence my love for Kemba Walker when scouts said he was too small too. Peyton Pritchard was also too small. Andrew Nembhard and TJ McConnell, they were too small too. So can he be as good or a better version of those guys? In my opinion, 100% yes. To me, you can't measure what he did for Florida in the NCAA tournament. Selfishly, I would love to see the Golden State Warriors trade into the first round and steal him. Bring him off the bench to run the second unit with Jimmy Butler would be perfect. But realistically, he would look great for the Orlando Magic. Putting him in the Cole Anthony spot coming off the bench would help this team from going off a cliff when Paolo and Franz are out of the game. Now for me, I like to look at the current NBA playoffs and think, could this guy play in these playoffs? And these three guys hit that with flying colors. Now, do you also want to know what helped shape my thoughts on this year? Check out my video for how out of control these playoffs are and how they are showing the NBA how to win. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe because as a small channel, this helps us produce the same exciting content every week for all of you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.